Welcome to Sports and Wine with Dre and Shorty. We got our boy Waskar in the house.
What's happening?
Neighborhood Waskar.
Woo! Neighborhood Waskar, I like that.
I like that. Everybody knows.
Waskar in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hello.
Everybody knows Waskar.
Just stopping by. Yeah. Stopping by for a drink.
Still drinking the Spain.
Yep. Still enjoying the Spanish wine.
The Cruz de Alba, Tempranillo.
This is good, man.
2016, real smooth. We definitely will finish this.
I usually get my wine in a box, so this is a change of
flat
pace.
box.
We're talking about the NFC.
NFC.
Rematch. A big rematch.
Wait. Before we start getting into the NFC,
All right.
let's pay some homage to the number one seed in the NFC, please. The Hot Boys. That nasty defense. The block is Hot Boys. You know what I mean? Like,
So that's the lamest
you
thing.
know what I'm saying? Like, let's just pay a little respect.
You did all that for that?
Wait, was that a Niner reference?
That's so. That's
I didn't know.
that's so.
Quan Alexander.
That's so fucking wild.
That's the defense.
That's one
No,
of the Niner thing?
Yeah, the Hot Boys.
Okay.
this whole time I don't know because
That's for the icy hot league because he ain't playing.
the Niners or whatever. The Niners or whatever. He came in with this. I just thought he was, a Lil Wayne fan. So he comes with that, and he wants to start all this stuff.
Oh,
Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Gotta pay
They
homage.
got the win. They got the win. Yeah, they got attacked on the 1 yard line. Refs don't make calls. Yeah. Let's continue.
Oh.
Anyway, refs don't make calls.
He's a Raider fan.
Hey, Giants get it right.
And same shit. Let's go with the NFC. Vikings at Saints.
Yep.
Rematch of the, what do they call it? The Miracle on whatever.
The Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Just
stepped up.
now
Stephon
in the
Diggs again.
Superdome. It's a good game, though. I actually like this game.
It's a good matchup. And Dalvin Cook is coming back.
Dalvin Cook is playing. Adam Thielen's back. So they're healthy. They
Yeah.
have those, what I mean?
Defense is
And
good.
that offense just looks so much better when Dalvin Cook can actually play.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But
But it's still Kirk Cousins.
is Kirk Cousins not a bad quarterback?
He's not a bad quarterback,
I like
but
Kirk
he tends to not show up
You
in
can't
big time.
trust him.
Exactly.
He doesn't show up in prime time.
Never.
He doesn't show up in big
Never has.
games. He just doesn't show up when you need him most. And I'm always been a big believer in Kirk Cousins. I've always felt, Washington Kirk Cousins, you like
that?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy makes big throws. This guy, plays with balls. Like, he makes the plays he needs to make. But he doesn't when it matters most. Let's just be honest. Dalvin Cook makes this different. This guy, this is what we finally get when we see, aside from a couple of games, a fully healthy Dalvin Cook. This guy is ridiculous. Passing game, running game. He is the guy we saw at Florida State that dominated.
Yeah.
That was so highly touted that we couldn't wait to see him in the NFL. Yeah. It's going to go off of that. Now, having the two guys healthy, your dynamic duo wide receivers, Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs, will mean that much more. But then again, too, you got to get your X factors in there. So it's getting Kyle Rudolph involved.
Yes.
Right? You get him involved, you got to spread that ball around, you got to get him involved as your X factor. But another thing, too, Minnesota, it's still a Mike Zimmer team. You know what that means? That defense got to show up because they're going to have their hands full. Everyone says this is a typical New Orleans team.
Yeah.
It's a great team. Like your Niners had a tough game. That was a tough game. That was an epic game.
Let's talk about some of the players on the Saints.
Super close.
Yeah,
So we got Kamara. Everyone knows Alvin Kamara.
I want to see a little bit more productivity. I want to see a little more usage.
He was terrible in the Niners game.
Yes.
Alvin Kamara was
He's
terrible.
Been terrible the whole. I want to say he's been terrible.
Well.
They haven't been giving him.
Yes, he hasn't been running the ball.
Latavius Murray played better that game.
Yeah,
I guess Latavius Murray's always been a better running back. Like, if I need 4 yards, Latavius Murray's always been better.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara's just better.
More
Sean
finesse.
Payton's mind.
Yeah.
But
last year he was one of the top 5 offensive
because he had Ingram.
Yeah.
Running the ball in front of him. That duel was crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of worked that way, too.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas just broke Marvin Harrison's record.
He did.
Best receiver in the game.
It's amazing.
Doesn't matter who's across him. Doesn't matter the scheme.
No.
That mind him and Drew Brees have together.
Everything.
I don't know how much we have to talk about him because he's going to get his. This playoff game, I expect him to shine.
And they're going to do everything. They're going to double team him. They're going to scheme around him. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And you know what? It's just going to be a tough matchup, regardless of who you're going to put on him. Because this guy runs amazing routes, and this guy's got really good hands.
And we were actually just talking about this last time too, when Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Drew Brees does not hold the ball for long.
No.
And that's what really kills other teams, and this guy just set a new record completion percentage.
The Saints don't take a lot of deep shots. They're not like an over-the-top offense. A lot of that's in there. You look at their weapons. You know what I mean?
And then you look at your quarterback, right?
Yeah. Jared Cook's playing a lot better now.
Yeah.
That's the X factor for them.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. Because if You go back to that game with the Niners, man. If Jared Cook would have still been there, man, he was just killing them.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, so Jared Cook to me is going to be the X factor in this game.
And
you can't go.
The defensive side of the ball, I think it's, I'm going to say a favorite a lot in Minnesota's, court.
Yeah.
Just the defensive line.
Yeah.
The Saints are missing a couple of defensive tackles. No Sheldon Rankins.
You got Danielle Hunter is one of the best passers in the game right now.
Nice.
And he just had a really amazing year. And after kind of sitting behind and watching Everson Griffin and all these other guys really do work, he kind of step out and take control.
Yeah.
And it was a long time coming. We knew it was going to happen, in fact, because he's playing well. But now he just had, with this season, and like I said, it's a Mike Zimmer team. We've been following Mike Zimmer since he was in Cincinnati. We're like, this guy knows defense.
Yeah.
And so you're going to get these guys going. You're going to get everyone involved as much as possible. And you have really good players all around that ball.
I worry about their secondary, though. It struggles a bit.
Of course.
Xavier Rhodes is not what he was.
No.
The injuries.
Nope.
Trey Waynes has never been the man we thought he was going to be. And then they still drafted high picks like Mike Hughes.
Yeah.
They never turned out to be. Harrison Smith's getting a little older.
But they do have body.
They have body.
You're worried about it, but we might have not mentioned a bunch of just complete studs, but we mentioned a lot of serviceable guys that you can rotate in and are capable of making plays.
But I don't want that having to stop Drew Brees.
Oh yeah, of course. They're gonna be in a tough situation, but you know that the physicality from that front is gonna be what they're going for, and they're really trying to get him at the line of scrimmage.
That's why I think Alvin Kamara comes in. Use him in the back. Use him a little dump off.
Yeah.
Get him in the dump. That dude is hard.
If he makes the plays. I don't know if he's not healthy. I don't know what his deal is, but he just hasn't been.
I like that matchup. Either Kendricks or Anthony Barber's on Kamara.
Yeah.
That's it. What other linebacker would you want chasing him around?
Exactly.
Those are 2 good linebackers.
Those are 2 great coverage linebackers.
One on Jared Cook.
It's going to be crazy. They actually, on paper, they look.
I will say their receivers don't tend to ball out together. Well, I'll say that. Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs tend to rotate.
Yeah.
And they never both are like, man, we both got 100 yards.
Yeah.
One of them ends up not showing.
You're right.
They have a better chance of winning the game if Thielen gets a little bit more going.
You think so?
Diggs. Yes.
I'm not.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, though. It's because Thielen will make those nice cuts.
You're talking about move the chain routes.
Yeah.
I think Diggs.
Well, he's a better possession receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that. But who's the big play guy? Who's the miracle man?
Stephon, yeah. The miracle man.
Yeah.
It's Stephon.
I don't know.
So you use Adam Thielen the most, and then you want big plays?
That's the point. That's what you would have hoped, but I think what Dre mentioned is like,
no, I know.
One guy's got to get you your 8. If one guy got your 80 to 90 yards and the other guy got the 130, that would be great. But this time is
it's going to be like
20, and the other guy gets like 30, 40 yards.
Yeah. So they always end up just not showing one of the players.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
I'll go first for the prediction. I actually think Saints double-digit win.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 28-17, or even if they're at in New Orleans. I can go 35-21, something like that.
A 13-3 third seed.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
The last team that was the 13-3 third seed. 2019. Yeah. Last team
it's been scary. Some of the history that has been going on this year, not just with the Saints, but it's actually kind of scary. Saints. Double digit. I think they.
This is a time where you look at
35-24.
Fuck, you can only have 2 teams get biased because this is clearly a team worthy of a bye. This is just straight up. This is one of the 3 best teams in the NFC. This is one of the best teams in the NFL. They do what they're supposed to do. They're going to win this game, and it should be over by the beginning of the 4th quarter.
We didn't even talk about Taysom Hill.
No.
But
they love to move around. And that's why they're good, right? That's Sean Payton bringing the H-back position back. So to actually find an ability to move this guy, and he's a crowd favorite, so he gets everyone energized. The way he moves all over the place. Boom, 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 boom. They love him.
You know what I would love
I heard people talk about wanting him to take over the quarterback spot.
No.
That didn't me. But I've had conversations with people.
I've got upset before.
Yeah, because I like me some Teddy B.
Yeah.
But
I want to see Teddy Bridgewater just at least 1 play. Or 2 plays.
No, you don't want to
sprinkle him in there.
If you see him, that means that Drew Brees isn't playing. You want Drew Brees to play.
I want to see him like in the Taysom Hill type of
That's not his style, though. He's not gonna run you up
why
like
not?
that. Because
Teddy Bridgewater, you put Tony Hill in
This
there.
dude almost never played a game, blew out his knees.
yeah,
And he balled out when he came back.
We're now looking with Teddy Bridgewater.
I'm just saying, I just would like to see him throw.
You know what I want to see? I want to see him lead a team. I want to see him be a starting quarterback next year. If it's somewhere else, doesn't matter. But clearly, this guy has shown. I mean, did you see him this year when he really held it down while Drew Brees was hurt? He was doing his thing. So I'm actually really excited to see him. I don't care where. Get into Miami for all I fucking care.
If he's smart, he would stay.
Tampa Bay would be nice.
If he's smart, he would stay in New Orleans.
It's not. What if it's not up to him though?
Well, I'll take it the back.
If Sean Payton and
we say never retiring.
What if Sean Payton and leadership have other plans?
Take some real plans.
I don't know, but I don't know. The point is, I would definitely love to see this guy play. He's clearly an NFL starter. Obviously, Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks to ever grace the field, which is why we see them winning and going on to the next round of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. And then, speaking of the next round, Seahawks
in Philadelphia,
in Philly.
What were the Seahawks finish?
Crazy.
12-4?
And then what? 12-4.
Did you just say?
The Seahawks finished 12-4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Had to travel to Philadelphia.
No. The Seahawks finished 11-5.
11-5 had to travel to Philadelphia.
To a 9-7. Philadelphia.
Crazy.
But this is a rematch of Week 12. Seahawks won. Was it by 17-9?
Yeah.
One possession game.
I'm gonna show a little bit of love to your boy, bro. 68% completions. He's been doing it with basically nobody.
Practice squad team.
People drop the ball on him all the time
Yeah.
when it's time to make big plays. Your rookie, Miles Sanders, has been going off.
Yeah, questionable play.
Questionable. And that would actually hurt more, I think, than Zach Ertz would. Because you don't get that versatility. You don't need that because Zach Ertz run.
Zach Ertz.
I know, but I'm saying like
pro player.
But Zach Ertz benefits from.
They both hurt. It's having the weapons. It's not. I'll say this: the fact that the Eagles got into the playoffs is a testament, not to Carson Wentz. It's a testament to Doug Peterson. It's a testament to Doug Peterson.
3 years in a row.
Yeah, and this guy finds a way to win.
You look at this team the Cowboys have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
everyone knows.
Get in.
The Cowboys know.
Talent.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, however, I think that what we have seen, we've seen the Seahawks be super inconsistent this year. Let's be honest, because they have lost games where not only they lost badly. Like, why are you playing like this when you just had an amazing game versus the 49ers, and when Russell Wilson has just played really out of his mind, and he is, in my opinion, the second best quarterback in the game right now behind Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Right? And the way I see it.
Third, because we still got to show a little love to
Patrick Mahomes.
You guys are mean to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. No, who do you want?
Patrick Mahomes is better than he was last year.
He had a better season, absolutely, but I'm saying what I see from Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is ridiculous.
Russell Wilson really good. That's another YouTube video.
He'll keep you in the game.
And for that reason, and combined with playoff experience and Pete Carroll being Pete Carroll, I don't see a way how, given the weather situation, things of that sort, I'm pretty on par to say that the Seahawks should be able to take this based on having more, even with guys hurt and things like that, they're going to be able to win this game.
I'm going to throw some stats. Carson Wentz, first quarterback ever, throw over 4,000 yards with no receiver with more than 500 yards.
Right.
Yeah, no,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Week 12 Seahawks, Russell Wilson had 200 passing yards, lowest output before the Cardinals game.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Carson averaged 2 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm.
One possession game, touchdown came off a trick play.
Mm-hmm.
This is a competitive game. Eagles that game were no Brandon Brooks that game, no Lane Johnson that game.
Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney didn't play that game, but still, this is a competitive game.
And they're going to get Jadeveon Clowney back.
They will.
And same thing, talk about inconsistency. But you get that guy going, it's over.
Guess how many sacks he had this year? 13 games.
Probably like 6.
He had 3 sacks.
How much football do you watch? When you watch football and you watch overall, it's same thing. It's with all guys. We know ballers.
Yeah.
When we watch football, we watch overall impact of the game. This guy changes that. This guy changes the game.
He's disruptive.
The pressure, the disruption is there.
But that can only happen on one side of the field. He can't do this. I know where you're at. I know where you're at before I hike the ball. And that's the same thing that's happened with all the pass rushes. Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack. That's why you see Von Miller. That's why you see Von Miller.
Yeah.
It's because I know where you're at.
But then he opens up plays for other guys.
Yep.
Which is what he does.
Yes, it does.
And if you have no weapons, though?
And
that's why Peterson's offensive
and you still have all-world linebacker Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner is what I'm worried about.
Side.
Quandre Diggs, they're cover
Yep.
safety.
Yep.
They're going to put him on Zach
Absolutely.
Ertz or Dallas Goedert. That's a good matchup to watch. I just think that we're at home,
Mm-hmm.
and we are more comfortable. The Eagles are more comfortable than they were, when they first played. Because when they first played, Alshon's out now.
Yeah.
Jordan Howard. Now we know how to play. Greg Ward, this is not his first game. This Dallas Goedert has played now. He's been starting.
The talent.
It's not a huge talent
The
difference.
talent of teams that you guys have been playing, though, I don't think it's at par with the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. We beat the NFC East.
To me, is this. You guys might be up 23 to fucking 17. Wilson's going to get the ball back.
It'll be a little more high-scoring game, for sure.
And Wilson is going to do fucking Wilson things. And it's going to tie it.
Wilson,
I can see this game going into overtime.
They've been disappointing unless they played the Niners.
Yeah.
Remember
They
the
played
Rams game?
Rams
Cardinals
game
game?
terrible. Cardinals
Cardinals
was a dud.
Yeah.
What's their big highlight?
The Niners game.
Getting ran out the building in Seattle by the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah.
This is not a good team.
The Niners game.
Yeah,
their defense, they're ranked 18th, 24th against the pass.
Yeah.
15th against the run.
Yeah.
Eagles number 3 against the run. Their specialty. Because no matter who they're going to pound the ball. It's just how they play. This is a good game. I'm not saying the Eagles will go out there and dog them. This is going to be come down to the wire.
Listen, I know it's just one game. But before the Seahawks beat the Niners, we were talking about the Niners as, is this the best defense we've ever seen?
When did the Seahawks beat the Niners?
When they beat the Niners early season. Right? That was a conversation, right? Is this the best defense we've ever seen? And some people would just trade it because they're biased and don't want to listen to reason. Just say yes, right? Russell Wilson ended that conversation in one game. And then eventually they've been exposed to me. So Russell Wilson was able to
Don't you just try to
Russell
Wilson
Wilson
were not exposed. The Niners against the Seahawks, first of all, had a lot of injuries as well.
It's a different style, though.
No George Kittle, one of our biggest weapons.
Okay,
I know. I'm saying, but that sets the tone to the defense.
Niners not playing this week, y'all. Niners not playing this week.
But he brought it up. He tried to be slick.
I'm giving a game as an example. My point is that this is one of those once in a generation quarterbacks, and we're talking about playoff skin. And as impressive as Carson Wentz has been, or is it that he's just been impressive working within a system led by Doug Peterson? Because at the end of the day, he doesn't make the greatest throws in the world. It's going to go back down to Russell Wilson being the better player.
No, so Carson Wentz misses throws, but he also makes phenomenal throws that only he can make.
But he misses throws.
He misses easy throws.
Russell Wilson very, very rarely does that.
I understand. But he also doesn't have Doug Peterson.
Yes.
Also,
their offense is the least innovative offense in the league. I know they're going to run it twice on
they're
the
going to
first
punch
and
you in
second.
the mouth. And they're going to have a very skilled player under center.
If your best play is to punch, let me say,
Marshawn Lynch. Can Marshawn Lynch make a little? I'm just saying.
Get out of here.
Can he?
Marshawn Lynch is going to have 20 yards.
We saw the highlight. He jumped over. We saw Skittles. We saw it.
I told you what the Eagles did to Chris Carson.
We saw what happened.
If your bet is to punch the Eagles in the mouth and win a fist fight with Philadelphia Eagles, it's not going to happen.
No.
Malcolm Jenkins, this team has been here.
We're going to see a bit of a shootout. All right, why don't we just wrap it up and let's call it what it is.
Eagles.
You want to go first?
Eagles 24-17.
All right.
24-17.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm going to agree with fucking Dre, but I think this is going to be a little bit of a 21-17. Yeah.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, it's 17.
I'm going to go. I think the Seahawks take this one. It'll be higher scoring because I think it's just going to be a bit of a shootout. So I see it more in that 27 to 24 range. And it could come down to field goal.
I can see that.
It could go down to field goal, or it could come down to a team. But
it's definitely going to come down to a.
I see the Seahawks going on, and that should be